And I'm Nate Rodriguez. The holiday season is here, and if you're worried about inflation bumping up gift prices, don't be. Shoppers will find more items on sale this holiday season compared to the past 2 years. Reporter Taylor Moore has tips on how to make the most out of holiday shopping. Here I am standing between the baseball and football fields here at CHS, where the proposed softball field is set to be next spring.
We're back with our first sports roundoff, so I'm going to hand it off to reporter Nate Rodriguez.
What's going on, Nate?
Man, Steven, I love the football reference because football is indeed back, baby. And what better way to start off the season than with the annual Smudge Pot rivalry? The 51st edition of the Bonita-San Dimas rivalry was dominated by the Bearcats. Bonita shut out the San Dimas Saints 28-0 with enough defensive pressure to make diamonds in front of a packed house at Citrus College. First-year quarterback Daniel Milkey threw 3 touchdown passes to 3 different receivers. Senior Jaden Montenegro, Noah McHale, and Ryder Kadum, who did his best Randy Moss impression for the play of the game. Bonita has won 5 straight Smudge Pot games since Coach Steve Bogan took over in 2018. And here's a look at how a couple other high school football teams performed recently. The Damien Spartans won their 4th consecutive game to open the year, a 56-23 rout of Miracosta. Their rival Claremont lost their 4th consecutive game, 40-20 against Kaiser. Pomona High School dropped to 1-2 in a close loss to Montclair, while Glendora's 49-7 rout of Pacifica improved the Tartans to 4-0. Dribbling over to some soccer, University of La Verne's men's soccer is off on the right foot. The team is starting the season 4-1 and starts Southern California Intercollegiate Athletic Conference play on the 15th. Their first conference home game at Ortmeyer Stadium will be Wednesday, September 20th against Whittier College. And I can't wrap up the set without serving up some history to the start of ULV's volleyball season. The Lady Leos won all 6 games to start their season, which hasn't been done since 2017. They already have 2 Conference Athletes of the Week. Shout out to sophomore outside hitter Maya Ray and first-year setter Malia Capistrano, and will start conference play on Friday night, September 22nd, against California Lutheran University inside the tents. That's all I've got. Back to you guys.
We're back with the latest in local sports with reporter Nate Rodriguez.
What you got for us, Nate?
We are crossing over into basketball season, and before the La Verne Leopards start packing the tents, I got an inside look at the new head coach of the women's basketball team. The reigning regular season champion ULV Leopards women's basketball team will try to repeat the same success this year, this time with a new head coach. Anthony Mason returns home to the San Gabriel Valley after a 2-year pit stop at Vassar College in New York, rejoining the Southern California Intercollegiate Athletic Conference for the 2nd time in his coaching career. The former Claremont Mudscripts Athena's assistant won back-to-back titles with CMS in 2014 and 2015.
I think I know what it takes to win a championship and win a tournament championship here, what kind of consistency that brings, and that's the kind of consistency I hope to bring to the squad day in, day out.
At Vassar College, Mason won a Coaching Staff of the Year award for the 2021-2022 campaign and had an overall record of 35-17 over 2 seasons. The Leopards are coming off a 24-win season, losing just 3 games under head coach Jason Pruitt, who resigned in April 2023. The Leos also lost veteran leadership, returning a younger, more inexperienced team this time around. Coach Mason will look to his team's captains to right the ship.
Coming in this year, we have some of these upperclassmen that came in through COVID and were young and maybe don't have those same years that they had, some of the leaders had. So it's been a tough adjustment, but we know we're going to get there.
Mason understands that last year's finish was not lost on this team, and they hold themselves to the same standards.
I think the expectations are high, but not from any outside source. I think this group has a high set of expectations for themselves.
Kiara Brown, one of the team captains and the team's leading scorer from last season, knows the outlook on this year will be different, but that it also goes back to the basics.
Of course, we want to go back to back, but just got to have fun. Just want to play together, have fun, learn, just get better as a team.
The Leopards lost their first game of the season, but picked up their first win against Southern California Leadership University on November 10th. Keeping up with the Leopards, men's water polo celebrated their senior day honoring their one senior, Peter Trin, who woke up and chose violence. Trin dominated his way to Conference Athlete of the Week honors, scoring 8 goals in a 23-7 victory against Whittier College, also scoring 4 goals in a win earlier in the week against Cal Lutheran. And Bonita High School boys water polo is bringing home a championship. The Bearcats won the CIF Division IV championship in a 16-5 win against Woodbridge High School. Star players Max DeSasso and Jacob Carlson each scored 7 goals, while goalie Julian Falk made 11 saves. It's the 7th CIF championship for Bonita boys water polo and their first title since 2011. Congratulations to the Bearcats, and we look forward to more winter sports the next time around. Back to you guys.
Thanks for touching base with us, Nate.
The Claremont High varsity softball team will soon have something to cheer about. Starting next season, the team will be playing on a new home field. The Wolfpack varsity softball team has been playing off campus at Kahia Park since the team's first season in 1972. It shares Kahia Park with JV softball and freshman baseball. Most days, at least 2 teams practice or play simultaneously.
It's time for a new change. It's time for change. You know, sharing the field is hard, especially when practices go at the same time.
Meanwhile, varsity baseball has their own on-campus facilities, equipped with covered batting cages with lights and a clubhouse to change in. The varsity softball team uses these batting cages and has to change in this park restroom.
I've changed in there and it's disgusting. I'm excited for the new, we're gonna have locker rooms and stuff, and it's gonna be amazing.
After complaints were filed against Claremont High, an investigation by the U.S. Department of Education found that the school was in violation of Title IX rules by having facilities for the 2 teams that were unequal. Following that finding, Claremont High announced it would begin construction on a new field this summer.
Here I am standing between the baseball and football fields here at CHS, where the proposed softball field is set to be next spring.
According to Principal Brett O'Connor, construction on the new field is hoped to finish by February 2024, in time for next season. Reporting from Claremont High School, Nate Rodriguez, Foothill Community News.